Number 5 then. This question is for the mayors only, individuals in the mayor's race. And again, 2 minutes. If elected as mayor, what are your plans with the Parks and Aquatic Center? And let's start things off with Richard Harris.
Well, my political philosophy is, I consider myself to be a moderate conservative. And so while I fully support the private sector and I think we need to support our business districts, I also am very familiar with the public sector, and I know that there's a lot of public needs to be met. One of those needs is a broad-based recreation for our citizens. And how do we provide that? We provide it through parks and through our aquatic center. So I fully support both of those. I think it's obvious. I've been a part of them. I've been on the board committee. I love our parks. I've planned for capital investments that have occurred and will occur in our parks in the future. And so I have no problem with supporting broad-based recreation opportunities. And by that, I mean those that are open to anybody in our community to participate in. Now, some people may not like to swim. They may never go to the pool, but that doesn't mean it's not there, not available for them. The same thing is true with our parks. They're there for everybody. It's something that our community needs to provide. We have a number of beautiful parks. I was going to say 5, but I'm probably wrong. It's 6. Anyway, it's been compared to a necklace where we're trying to develop a trail system in our city. We've talked about the Emerald Necklace, where the trails will connect the beautiful green parks, and it'll simulate a beautiful emerald necklace in our city. So I support all of that. I guess that's all I want to say.
Let's go to Reed Mankley.
Here again, I believe that swimming is great, but it ought to be like every other recreation, self-sustaining.
Thank you, Reed. Let's go to the next question now. It's from Roger Howell. We'll have a 2-minute time limit on this question. I would like to know if each candidate is or is not a member of the NRA. Starting with Wade Baylor. All right, continuing on, Brian Lott.
I am not. I am a member of the AIA. Is that correct?
Nick McIntosh.
I used to be, until a few of the comments they made in the past. I am 100% Second Amendment. I got many guns, avid shooter, hunter, everything. I'm for it, but I had some issues with the NRA, so I'm no longer a member.
I'm a member of the NRA. I don't necessarily agree with everything they say, but I think they're a great organization. It's like anything. You might not agree with anything from anyone or any organization, but they still might do things that you agree with. So yes, I am a member of the NRA.
All right, let's go to Reed Mankley.
I am not.
And Richard Harris.
I was a member years and years ago, in my younger days. I have not been a member of the NRA for many, many years for some of the same reasons that Nick talked about. However, I own a number of guns. I love to shoot, and I fully support our Second Amendment rights.
All right, the next question with a 2-minute time limit. Do you believe increasing taxes will generally increase freedom or decrease it? Okay, we've talked a lot about taxes tonight. Do we want to go ahead with this? All right, let's do it. Nick McIntosh.
I think the question is more about freedom.
About 1 minute.
That's fine. Nick McIntosh, do you believe increasing taxes will generally increase freedom or decrease it?
It decreases my freedom to go out to the movies and eat, so I don't know the exact question being answered, but the taxes don't, I don't know.
Brent Taylor.
I'm with Nick here. I mean, obviously, my philosophy is lower taxes, less government is better. But at the same time, I realize that there are instances where we do have to have government services, and I've kind of spoken to some of those earlier. So I don't have a hard and fast rule that I'm against the government doing anything besides having a military and a police force, but I want to keep the government as small as possible so we have as many freedoms just where there's market failures or businesses couldn't do it, I'm for those interventions in the limited sense.
And Wade Bigler?
I do. I was thinking exactly what Nick was, first of all, I just went to my own wallet, my skinny wallet without any green things in it. And it limits families, and for me, this whole thing's not about government. It's about us as the people and the members of the community. And every penny that is wasted by a government is our hard-earned money that we could have gone and bought. You know, I could have bought my children a pair of school shoes, or, you know, a pair of pants that they grew out of. I'm pretty tall, and my girls seem to grow out of them about every 30 days, and so forth. So I am all for smaller government and minimal taxes. That doesn't mean it's going to be zero, but you keep it under control and let the people keep their hard-earned money. It's their money. It's not the government's. And I believe it does limit our freedoms to a large extent for families to do what they want to do. And in fact, sometimes it limits it to a point where their freedom to a point where they lose their home, or where there's real serious consequences.
Thank you, Wade. Let's go to Brian Bott.
Thank you. I believe that increased taxes does limit our freedom. Take it to the extreme and see what it would do. But so does raised gas rates and power bills and all these other things. When we live on a certain amount of money, anything that increases what goes out is going to limit our freedom to spend that money somewhere else. So sure, yeah.
Go to the mayor's race now, Richard Harris.
Well, there's no question that regressive taxes limit our freedoms and take them away. There's no question about that. The question is, what are we willing to pay to live in a community that provides the kind of quality of life that we enjoy here in North Ogden? I'm going to approach this a little bit differently. I'm probably going to cut my own throat here, but here goes. I've got my tax bill here. Your figures are going to be a little different, but your percentages are going to be the same. My house was appraised this year at $177,000. Of that, so what my taxes amount to in North Ogden for this year are $130.89. Now, folks, $130.89 is not too much to pay to live in North Ogden for. What do you get for that? You get police protection 24/7. You get all of our parks. You get our aquatic center. You get the administration that goes on. You get your road supply. You get streets. You get all kinds of things for $130.39.
Thank you, Richard. Let's go to Reed Badley.
There's no question that if you look at all societies where the tax rates are high, the freedom is less. It's proportional. No one is saying we should have no taxes, but they should be kept to a bare minimum. Increased taxes typically will decrease freedom.
Thank you, Reed. We have two more questions with the hours gaining on us here. It's almost 9 o'clock. The next question, 2 minutes time limit. We are all having to tighten our belts. Why or how can Ogden, North Ogden, do more with less? Starting off with Brent Taylor.
I'm certainly feeling the belt tightening, not only, of course, my personal life, like everybody, but at our business where our sales are down, and manufacturing is our industry, and it's definitely a rough one right now. So I know well how to tighten budgets and find money where you think you couldn't squeeze another dime out of that budget. Well, the next month sales are down less, and we got to squeeze a little more out, and somehow we make it work. So I think that's important, and I've done that before in the private sector and in the public sector, and been a part of smart budgeting to make sure that we live within our means. At the same time, I think the city has done that largely as well. The budget meetings that have happened this year, I've come to them all, and we've seen thing after thing cut. Is it the max cut? Probably not. There's always more that could be cut while still providing the basic essential services. So I'm going to certainly take a look at that when I'm in office. Like I say, I've seen it in business so many times where you think you just couldn't get any lower, and then you have to get a little lower, and guess what? The sun still shines, life goes on, you still can make it.